What's up, guys? Welcome to Southern Hike. Today we are talking about how I load my pack when I go backpacking. I hope this video could be helpful to you and basically give you the best way to load your pack so you know that your gear will be best to use to you during the day and into the evening. Please forgive me if there is a little wind sound in here. It is very windy today, so I'm trying to knock this video out, but the wind is playing games with me. So guys, one of the most important things is to put the gear most accessible to you on the outside that you might need during the day, but put the gear that you would not be using until the evening at the bottom. That way it's out of your way. You're not having to pull it in and out as you're trying to grab other stuff. And that way, when it comes to that night, you can pull everything out and everything will be coming out in the order you would need it. Guys, if you enjoy our content, make sure to like this video. We really appreciate it. That is one of the easiest ways to support this channel. And if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscription bell and the notification bell. We do a video every week and we'd love to have you a part of our community. All right, guys, so first thing for me, as I have the Waymark pack here, I forgot to mention that. You can check out some videos earlier in the year. I'll link those below. This is the Waymark through 40-liter framed pack. I'll use this one through the summer and I'll go ahead and show you how I pack this pack. First things first is my quilt. It would go at the very bottom because that would be the last thing I need as I'm setting up camp at night and as I'm doing my camp chores. So I'll tuck it on its side down in the bottom. All right, next up would be my sleep system, which I already did my quilt, so it would be my pad and my pillow. So go ahead and put those down in the bottom, tuck them nicely and firmly, and it's kind of like Tetris sometimes, just to make sure you're making the most of your room in there, and that way you can kind of just push everything down in there nice and tucked in, and that way you ain't got things moving around and shifting on you when you're actually hiking. All right, after my sleep system's done, I go ahead and put my tent. Now, some setups, your footprint might be with your tent, but for me on this setup, it would be a polycrose, so I've just got it bundled separately and I just tuck it in there with my tent. Okay, so for next after that, if you're carrying a puffy jacket or any extra clothing, things like that, that'd probably be next to go ahead in your pack. Next for me would be socks and underwear. I'd put those in there. And at the same time, if I know I'm gonna be in wet weather, I forgot to mention that, I'd also be using a pack liner and that'd already be in there and I'd just be stuffing it in the pack liner. Now my food bag I'd keep outside the pack liner, but everything else I would put inside and wrap up. All right, next, puffy jacket. All right, next, ditty bag. Now this will be odds and ends to kind of keep it towards the top, but not necessarily need it during the day, but if I do need something from it, like from my first aid, it is towards the top of the main body of my pack. And then last but not least, because I might need it during the day if I'm taking a lunch break, that is going to be my bear bag or my food sack. All right, now obviously this would be a lot more tighter if I had food in there or if I was carrying extra gear, so it looks kind of like squinched down today for this demo, but that would be the main part of my pack. Okay, for the outer or front pocket, now this is more strategic. This is how I load the front of my pocket. First would be my rain jacket. You never know what you get run into. I always carry a rain jacket no matter what the weather is, but I always keep that on the front. Easy to grab if I need it. All right, next would be fuel canister. Then after that would be my coffee mug. And then after that would be my kitchen setup, or my kitchen stove and pot. And then, like I keep at the top, that would be my platypus that I used this year. This is my platypus quick draw. That way I can easily grab it anytime during the day when I'm on trail. Now, I talked about earlier this year when I was doing a gear loadout for this one, I use these. These are gonna be used for your trekking poles on the front of this pack, but I liked it for my camp chair. That way I can easily grab it. Now you can also easily tuck your camp chair on one of the side pockets too, but I just kind of like this setup. It kind of looks aesthetic too. All right, so for my right hand, I want to be able to easily grab my water bottles. So for this setup, I would put, well, I might want to slide those through there. Put my trekking poles on the opposite side. That way they're secure there. Okay, so trekking poles on this side, and then both my smart water bottles on the other side. That way, if I'm wearing my pack, I can easily grab one of those if I want to get a drink of water. Now also on this pack have a front spot to hold a water bottle, so I might only have one, and I also could just put my filter right there too. That way, if I don't want to take my pack up when I need to pack off and I need to filter more water, I can easily just put it right there and grab it, and I've done that before. Now for me, on the front, I have my poop kit in here. I have my ultralight wallet, my Trick or Tramper wallet, and then I also have my Nightcore NU25 headlamp if I need it while I'm during the day, or if it starts night hiking, God forbid, it's right here to grab. Then on the other side, I keep snacks and things like that. And then I also have a chapstick and a knife and an extra lighter. So for me, that was my summer loadout as far as the gear, how I pack it. In the winter, I'll definitely be adding some extra stuff, but this is my complete setup and how I load my pack. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, leave them below. If you have a comment that something you do different, I'd love to hear, always love to hear that. So make sure to comment below if you would pack something different than how I did it. This has just worked well for me, and I've kind of tuned it over the last couple of years, and it's just been a good way to do this. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Really appreciate your support always. We do a weekly video every week, and just want to say thank you again, and we will see you next week.